My name is Natalie Prez, and I have what would be my fourth interview with the band Edge of Attack on September 11th, 2013. First question is, can you can you introduce yourself and tell me what role you have in the band?
Hello, my name is Jurekk Whipple. I am the lead guitar player of the band Edge of Attack, and I also play the harmonica.
Cool. So tell me, how did the partnership with Spread the Metal Records end, and why did you see this to, end altogether? What happened?
Well, what had happened is that when we first joined the record company, we were, kind of in a little bit of a dispute about when the album was going to come out and who was going to distribute it and all that stuff. And then when it finally came time to put it out, it was already near the end of our contract. Like, he waited a year to put it out from the point in which our fans had already heard some of it. So, we were kind of upset about that. And basically what happened in the end is he told our producer to go pound sand, and that he was a philanthropist who saved thousands of lives. And what have we done with any of our lives lately? And he refused to pay for anything, even though he was legally obligated to do so. Clearly written in our contract, he pays for this, and if he doesn't make the money back from it, then, well, he's a fucking retard. So what happened is he released the album pretty much a month before our contract expired, and he didn't make his money back. And then apparently what is going on now is that our album has been selling well since the point of when our contract expired. So we're about to get into a little bit of a legal debate with him, but I think that's all I can give away without totally ruining somebody's life. So
in the end, it just didn't work out.
If in the end he's a retard, I discourage anybody from dealing with him.
Since you guys are no longer a part of a label, you plan to release future releases independently. Do you think this particular route is going to be better suited for you guys, or do you hope to jump on another label in the future?
Well, what we're doing right now is we're working on an EP, just because our fans got delayed so much in the release of our album, we kind of feel like we should put out something soon that has 4 or 5 songs on it, and just to get some more new Edge of Attack in the works, because they waited so long for it, and I'm very glad that they did. But what we're doing, so we're doing the EP, and we're going to release it solo for now, but then in terms of other record labels, if the right contract comes around, then we'll sign with them. But for the time being, we're not just going to sign with anybody, because in the current state of the music industry, record labels actually can do less and less for a band. So, we're just going to try it solo for a little while, see how that goes, and hopefully everybody will dig it. I mean, everybody's just going to download it anyway, so.
Pretty much. Where are you guys in the process of the new EP?
We have all the instruments written and recorded. We are in the process of making sure all the vocal lines and lyrics are written well. And once all that's done, then we'll record all the vocals. So we're pretty much there. We got the vocals left to do, and I have to mix and master it, and that's basically it. As to when it's going to be released, we don't know, because it could be a month, it could be 2. I'm not going to say anything. We'll probably release a single first, and then we'll do a music video for that single. And then we'll release all the rest in one go in unison with another music video. So that's what can be expected, is about 4 or 5 songs, one of which is a cover, believe it or not. But I can't also give away that, but just everybody has to get excited about the cover.
And you pretty much answered my next question, which was how many songs will be on it. And you said, what, about 5 or so?
Yeah, I think right now we have 4 originals in the works and 1 cover that we've been doing for a while. We haven't been doing it for a while. We did it on the last tour, and it's gone over well, so we felt the need to record it and redo it our own way. As it sits right now, there's 4 originals, but that could change, There's certain scenarios, like In Hell and Forever, I wrote in 3 hours. So you never know, I might get inspired one day and just bust out another song real quickly. So In Hell, I believe, actually, as a funny side story, I think was written literally the last day that we had our mix and mastering engineer. I had the song written the night before, and then Roxanne came over the next day, wrote lyrics to it, and then recorded it all within like a 3-hour period. So like she showed up, I had the music, I sent her home with the melody as I went to fine-tune the mix. She came back, recorded it, and then I sent it off. So it was like, it wasn't even like a day, it was like a 12-hour period in which that song was written, recorded, and completed and sent off to be mixed and mastered.
Have you decided on a title, and will it be a concept release or no?
There's no title yet, because I'm terrible at naming songs until they're written. Most likely it'll be like another, this one will have it'll just be titled after one of the songs. In terms of a concept, no. It's hard to make a whole concept out of like 4 or 5 songs, right? And one of which being a cover. We do already have the album artwork picked out. We've had it out for a long time, and we're kind of have one song that we're trying to write the lyrics about, specifically this album artwork that we have picked out. But it's no, right now there's no name. So when it comes out, though, I'm sure it'll be most like power metal and glorious sounding and all that stuff.
Will there be any surprises or collaborations on it?
Yeah, we have a guy from Korea actually singing on this one, because I always like to do guest vocals. Not that Roxanne can't do it, it's just I like to throw in some flavor into it so that people, you know, it's like, oh, well, just when you get used to Roxanne's voice, then a different one comes in. And that kind of surprises you, keeps the listeners interested. And it's always cool to have, like, different characters on things. Like, because she is a woman, like, she can't really do the super angry-sounding stuff. So, like, and not that I would want her to do it. That's actually really bad for your voice. But, no, we have one guest singer on this one so far, and his name is Siegfried Song. And what else is going on? Like, what was the rest of the question? Sorry, I forgot the...
Surprises or collaborations?
Oh, collaborations, yeah. Surprises. What we did this time was we tried to make the music, because last time I felt that I kind of half-assed the guitar playing and the drumming and all that stuff and kind of toned it down to make the vocals really the center point. This time we kind of were trying to make sure that everything was as on par with our abilities as possible. So all the guitar work is way more complex, but just as musical. The overall goal was make everything else better, keep the vocals in the same tier. So that's basically what's coming out, is the drums, the bass, everything is a lot more complex and hardcore, but still super melodic, smooth sounding, and all that jazz. So it's basically just Edge of Attack 2.0 with way, way better guitar work.
You sort of answered this earlier, but when can we expect it to be released?
That's all a matter of when I can get off my lazy ass and do it. I just actually suffered a rather massive hip failure today, as a matter of fact, so I'm feeling tomorrow I'll get at least one of the songs done, but that's why I'm currently doing this interview sitting down like a goon in a proper posture with my leg all funky and not in use.
Has Edge of Attack ever played in the States or planned to in the future?
We'd love to. The problem is that when we're thinking about going down there, like, we don't want to go down on our own, and like, I hate that. I don't want to. This isn't meaning to be shit talking the States at all. It's just like, I've heard that if you're just like a band like we are, then when you go down there, it's not the greatest experience. So we're kind of waiting to see if another band from the States that's already a little bit more established in that area wants to take us on. Like, we'd really love to, but like, as it sits right now, we're not going to like go out for a month and lose money, right? We all have rent to pay. We all have all that stuff, vehicles, and some of us even children. But not me, but other people in the band have children. So it's like, we can't really go out unless we're certain that we're going to make some money. So basically, if the right situation arises, then yes, we'll be coming, but otherwise, sadly, no. We'll probably just sit here and, I don't know, fiddle on our just get.
Do any of you have any other side projects going on?
I do, but so far as I know, I'm the only one who does. I mean, like, mine is a little different. It's a lot heavier, and the guitar work is, like, ultra retardedly complex, which is going to be a bitch if I ever try to play it live, but whatever, you do what you gotta do. But I'm doing one, and it's just solo, you know, it's just titled Jurekk Whipple, and I'm basically just doing a whole bunch of like kind of melodic, like it's kind of a mix of symphonic metal slash thrash metal slash like metalcore, because I've always had like a big soft spot for the metalcore, and you can hear it in Magic Attack's music, like through and through the whole album. Once you think like I'm listening for the metalcore, you'll easily find it. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like there's some clips on YouTube of the instrumental songs, and basically what I'm doing for the vocals is I'm trying to find a whole bunch of different screamers on it. I think I have 2 or 3 right now, or sorry, I have four different singers for like the 4 songs that I'm doing, and I'm still looking for more. So it's basically just going to be a big collaboration of a bunch of different voices. And the cool thing about this one is it actually is a concept. Throughout the 4 songs, there is characters, and it follows a story. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to check out the instrumentals, just search up Jurekk Whipple on YouTube, and some of them will pop up. Just videos of me sitting here in the studio playing along. So,
what else do you guys have planned for the remainder of this year, leading into next year?
This year, like we were about to do the Noctis Festival in Calgary, and after that, we're just going to be recording, and after that, who knows? Who knows what's going to be in the horizon? At this point, I think we're just going to focus on doing the EP and getting the music videos and all that stuff released and done well. And other than that, like we'd like to go on more shows and touring and stuff, but like the next thing is like where do we go next? Because we don't want to do the Canada thing again, right? Because we just did pretty much all of Canada except for the far eastern side. So like we would like to go to the States and hit Mexico and where all our fans are and stuff, but as it sits right now, because we have nothing to promote, we're going to wait until we have something to promote and then try to do some touring and stuff. And hopefully see everybody who's listening to this. And if they hate us, then, well, whatever.
And is there anything else you would like to say to your fans out there?
I love all of you. You guys are the best. I like to think of you as I lay in bed and touch my crease between my testicles and my leg.